Yes, people, what's going on? It's Sunny Green, the spiritual Englishman. This is like the first time nighttime session we've done. Oh yeah, listen, I got off a powerful Zoom call today. Obviously, we run Music Mentor in a youth program in Southend that works with a lot of young people that are involved in gangs and violence and drug exploitation and county lines and things like this. So we're on the front line when it comes to seeing young people getting involved with terrible stuff that could potentially ruin their lives, and you know, seeing them hurt each other and just quite a dark way of thinking. So we've had this big youth meeting today, and it was called something in chaos, organized in chaos. I haven't got notes, as you know, I just freestyle most things, but basically we discussed some really powerful stuff, and it was with some arts organizations in West London as well, Bolo, and all these great people. There's a professor there and all these powerful speakers. And one thing that I brought up was basically where there's a massive need and where society in general is kind of missing the point is that there's a lot of young people that grow up in poverty and they have no real access to funds. The only way they can access funds is through the streets, like for them, yeah? Because they might be 14, 15, 16, some like 12, 13, and they're broke, yeah? Whether their mum and dad aren't giving them money, maybe their mum and dad are in poverty as well, or just have no access to that. Like, and these are also people that could potentially have like full-time jobs and stuff, but they're just covering their bills, just paying the rent. The facts are, if you're a single parent and you're in a single parent household and you're working, how can you afford everything? Like, you're by yourself. Do you know what I mean? And then you've got to raise children, pay your rent, pay your gas, pay your electric. Like, times are hard. Then you're not there to like parent the kids. So then the young people are there like, look, mum works hours all the day and she's stressing about money. I'm asking her for a tenner and she's acting like it's a big deal. And I need a tenner just to go out the weekend, or I need a tenner to go to the cinema, or I need a tenner to, you know, buy KFC when I'm out or something like that, you know? So, and then a few of these times it happens and you're like, look, this is crazy. There's older people on the block, or there's people around that are saying that I can have 50 quid a day or 40 quid a day, and all I got to do is knock on a few people's doors and like meet a couple people in the street with like this little thing. So you can see how these young people are easily getting into making money on the street. Like, people want to talk about gang violence and that. They forever want to talk about gang violence and knife crime and all this stuff, yeah? But what's the root of it? The root of it is money, mate. The root of it is money. People want to make cash. Like, you can tell me if I'm wrong. Most young people I know, and me myself as a young person growing up, I wasn't interested in like being in a gang, but I knew that if I was in a gang or if I associated with certain people, I could do my thing independently and people would leave me alone, because I know this person, that person. If it comes on top, we're firmed up. There's a few people there that will back it. No one's going to try to rob me on the street with my little thing, like, you know, like, and you can't call the police to protect you because that's how you're making your money, yeah? So this being said, what we've been doing is encouraging young people to start looking at alternative ways of earning money, i.e. Saturday jobs, i.e. eBay, doing their own eBay thing, saying, mum, can I borrow your like eBay account or password? Can I create an eBay account and use your PayPal or whatever? Or can you create a PayPal and can I start listing things on eBay, selling my old clothes, selling my old games? And they've actually been generating income off of this. And this is young people that are like fully involved on the streets. They've been brought to me by criminal exploitation teams and drug teams, and we've been writing music, creating with each other, which is also another way you could potentially earn money in the long run. But then we've also been getting to the root of the issues, like, why are you going out on the streets in the first place? Because there's a lack of funds. How can we potentially solve that now, rather than waiting 3-4 years till you get a good education? What's happened off the back of that is that now they've actually stayed in education, they're getting a good education, and plus they've started to make a slow income, and they've looked at a bigger picture, wanting to get A-levels degrees and have more streams of income. They say that it takes 7 streams of income to be a millionaire, you know, and if we can get 3 or 4 streams, we can survive, you know. If you've only got 1 stream of income, you're 1 step away from being completely broke, you know. As soon as they cut that, it's over. J-O-B can potentially mean just over broke, and it's very important that we get different streams of income to survive. And this is another thing. This is the spiritual Englishman. If you are not financially, like, I know I've gone on a mad one, I'm talking fast. I'm just so empowered by the meetings I've had today. I also got a phone call off of ITV discussing the shop that I opened with my mum, yeah. And like, you know, we ain't from, look, I'm on my estate right now, like where my mum lives, and like we ain't from nothing special, you know, like. And a lot's changed, and every time I come home, or to my mum's, sorry, should I say, because I've got my own flat now. My son who's asleep right next to me, and he ain't waking up. Big up Levi. Anyway, right, but I get more hyper because of experiences that I've had here. Like, I've had mental experience of life-threatening situations on this estate, you know, and overcome them, and it's been great, you know. And now I'm here to live to tell the tale, tell the story. So so yeah, I'm just feel really positive about everything at the moment. But at the same time, the root of the issue is, until we have some sort of legislation where young people who are from a certain background and have a lack of funds and resources, in fact, maybe like all young people can actually earn legit money, like 50 quid a day, whatever it may be, 40 quid a day, they can earn legit money, then that I can almost assure you that will half youth crime. But we ain't offering them we ain't offering them a way out. What way out are you offering them? Yeah, you can say, oh, anti that, anti this, anti that, but what's your way out? What's your way out, man? It's very well we can teach music and teach them how to rap and stuff. That's great. It takes them off the streets and they can learn stuff and be creative and get their stuff off their chest. But if they're going home and there ain't no food in the fridge, or there's, I don't know, you know, and I know that's when care should come in, but not all young people living in low income backgrounds want to go to care. And we're not even talking about, like, there's another argument that we shouldn't want as much, but you try being 13, 14, 15, 16 and not going into school with, like, or not having a new pair of trainers, like, that costs 60 quid. Like, you try being that young kid when it's on top for you if you haven't got them trainers, you know, and you can't get them trainers, but you because of putting pressure on your family. You try being that young kid and then knowing that you can step outside your door and there's people out there that you can get them trainers in 2 days if you do this and that, and you're under, bang. And before you know it, you become addicted to the chase, addicted to the money, and other people are putting pressure on you to carry on doing what you're doing. It's tough, yeah, it is tough. So, you know, you gotta think, you gotta put your mind in these people's shoes. And this is up to, like, people in educated positions that are in high positions with, like, councillors, politicians, professors, doctorates, to start having these conversations about how younger people can start to earn money, because there needs to be a change in the legislation. There needs to be a change in the way we act as societies. More building companies, scaffold companies, mechanics, all these different firms, hairdressers now, all these, because it's men and women, boys and girls, yeah, have to start opening up positions where young people can start coming in and earning a small amount of money, whether it be £20, £30, but there needs to be a way where young people can start working for a living. Because guess what? In the 70s, 60s, 50s, they could do that, mate. They could do that. And, like, there was still crime, but people want to talk. It was easier as a kid to make money then than it is now, unless you do something illegal. And something's up with that. Something's seriously wrong with that, you know? So, anyway, this is the Spiritual Englishman. I don't know what this video is called. Maybe it's like, until we can offer young people a legit way of making money, there will always be high youth crime and gang violence, possibly. Anyway, if you like what I said today, if you can relate to what I said, give me a comment underneath. Tell me if I'm wrong, why I'm wrong, how I'm wrong, and maybe we can discuss that. But I just want to say I love you all, and it's been a positive day today. I hope you had a positive day too. Sorry it's been a late video and I haven't been as consistent, but we've been still smashing them out every day or every other day. So, and I'll do one tomorrow. Ooh, love you. Bye. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get it.